Alright, so this one's G-rated, just because I have to do one. Okay, so, it's about the same age, and some friends of mine wanted to go fishing, but a very unorthodox kind of fishing. So we went to the beach, and I didn't want to go, because Nerd Robots music, right? I don't want to go to the beach, but he was kind of a bully, and I had to. My best friend at the time was going, and this girl I kind of liked, the same age, was going. I don't want to be, you know, like a wimp, not go. So we all went, on a Saturday afternoon down to the beach, have some poles, get down to the beach, and I'm looking around, and Forrest, the bully, I see he doesn't have bait. So I'm like, Forrest, we don't have any bait to fish with. And he goes, yeah, Tubby, we got bait. Your bait's right here. And he pulls out a handful of crackers and some Alka-Seltzer. And I'm like, I thought for fish you'd use fish or chum. Nah, Tubbs, we're not fishing for fish. We're going seagull fishing. So, my friend Mark explained seagull fishing. Seagull fishing basically is you throw crackers up in the air until the seagulls come around. And you put an Alka-Seltzer on the hook, and then you fizz up in the air until you catch a seagull. Then the seagull's flying for its life, and you're fighting the seagull, and then the seagull eats the Alka-Seltzer. And because they're airtight, they explode.
Oh, no.
Now this is what white kids call fun. Now I think the whole thing's horrible. I like animals and nerd stuff, but I don't want to be a scaredy cat. There's a girl, so they're all now throwing crackers, and zipping at seagulls, and seagulls are screaming, and poof, and they explode. And they're falling to the beach. And then, you know, finally this girl married with us was like, "What's wrong? Are you a scaredy cat?" "No." "Why don't you go hook a stupid bird then?" "Okay." So I go to the water's edge, and I'm not enjoying this, getting all my shit together. But I got saved, because an old man who was beach fishing sees us and runs up. "What are you kids doing?" "Oh my God, you're seagull fishing! That's disgusting, kids seagull fishing." "Well, I got a mind to..." And he stops. And all my friends stop. And they're looking at something behind me. And this old guy goes, "Oh no, it's Old Salty." So I turn around. Now I'd heard stories about Old Salty, the most fucked up seagull on the beach, but I thought it was a fisherman's tale. But there on the beach, 15 feet away, was the most fucked up bird I'd ever seen. He was as big as at least 2.5 normal dogs. He had one eye, and the other eye had a piece of driftwood skin. He had one foot that only had one toe, like an old umbrella, just kind of scraping in the sand. His beak was all jagged, his tongue partially hanging out, and he had a fish hook through his throat. And with his one good eye, he was staring down at this dead gull on the beach. And then, like, he hears the guy say, "Old Salty," and I turn around, and he cranes his head over the creek, his eyes on the wrong side, to look in my direction. I turn around and look at my friends. Somehow they've all dropped their poles. And they're all backing away. And the old guy goes, "Whoa, shit! He thinks you did it!" I didn't do anything. The bird sits there. And the bird tries to seagull call, but hook. So the best he can do is through the hole. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. And I'm sitting there shaking. The bird slowly starts to puff himself out. The old guy says, "Whoa! He thinks that you're up for it!" And I'm like, I'm not up for anything! My friends start running, and Old Salty attacks! He comes charging through the air at me, he's spitting, he's making that noise, he's poking me with his one good toe, the sand fleas coming out of his feathers, his feathers are flying everywhere, I'm trying to fight him off, and it just ain't working, and I'm terrified. And so the old guy's still talking, "Well, you must be some kind of brave, stupid kid to fight Old Salty." So I figure I'm going to make a break for it, and I run down to the ocean. Or I figure I can get in the water and splash water on him. And the old guy's still back here. "Don't go in the ocean, shithead, is a seagull. Ocean's the source of the stream." So I come tearing back up out of the water. I'm on the sand. I'm trying to kick sand at him. And he's like, "No! Old Salty eats sand crafts beach glass!" So now I figure I'm going to distract him. So I grab the crackers. I figure it's my life or his. I'm going to throw crackers. Maybe he'll go for him. and then I'll run. So I'm running, I'm throwing crackers, he's dive bombing some crackers. Finally he's going for the crackers, like flick him an Alka-Seltzer. I'm trying to get up the dune. He snatches up the Alka-Seltzer. Wow, and he chomps it down. And the old guy's been keeping up with me this whole time. He's not helping me. And he sees him eat it, and all of a sudden Salty stops. And he's like, first he lands on like a beach sign. It says, "Don't feed the birds," obviously. He gets down on the dune and kind of rolls down the dune a little bit, and he hits the bottom of the dune, and he's sitting there struggling. And the old guy's like, "Oh my God, I think maybe you did it." Slowly, kind of half stands up, getting big, and then all of a sudden you see through the hole in his throat, Alka-Seltzer foam, and he slowly starts to deflate. The old guy's like, "Maybe not." So I run back home. Old Salty's still trying to pick himself up off the beach. I run home, I go to the beach shower, my mom's there. "Oh my God, what happened to you? You have seagull poop in your hair." I gotta clean seagull poop and fleas out. My dad's like, "What the hell, are you playing with Old Salty or something?" And I realized that day, I had danced with the devil and lived to tell a tale. But birds have long memories, for as long as they live, which isn't long. And that someplace out there, Old Salty remembered me, and he would come looking for me, and he would find me.